right. Yeah, so right now what we're doing, okay, so now that we're back, and I see that y'all are commenting, so what we're doing is just talking about love and relationships in the birth chart and how you can study, and figure out what is for you, what you are compatible with, how you come off to people, how do you think of yourself. So that's what we're talking about today. And again, if you want your own personalized reading, you can hit me up in my inbox. And right now, the prices are $35 for a basic reading. And for an advanced reading, you get the reading, the 1 hour reading, and the PDF and the audio, so where you can listen to what we talked about and you can read on what I talked about. And I'll also do astrogeography because you want to know what energy you are sitting in. So especially for those that are looking to expand their life or to do more with their life, you might want to go into a Jupiter line or a Venus line. But if you are dealing with a lot of issues, if you're dealing with a lot of setbacks, you might be in the Saturn or Pluto line. So you want to know the energy that you are living in or your next direction of where you should go. So that is $50. That reading is $50. But like I said, like right now, these are my prices because Rambo is working on my website and my prices will be going up, because I know I offer a lot. But right now, I really am focused on helping you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to go back up because I'm going to honor my word. And I said whoever gave me their Venus and Mars first, that's who I'm going to use as an example. So let me go here. Okay, so Divinely Guided Tribe. She didn't give me everything. So I need somebody to... Okay, there she goes. She gave me 2 different lines. Okay, so Divinely Guided Tribe gave me Venus and Aries. And then she gave me Mars and Sagittarius. Ooh, she fiery. Girl, you got a lot of fire because your sun is Aries and your moon is Leo. Dang, girl, you is a firecracker, okay? So the Venus and Mars, this is when you are into sex. You want to just know, like, what turns you on. You want to know how you are attractive, what attracts you. Venus is about attraction. It's about beauty. It is about sex, but it's like fun sex. It's like, are you a prude when someone meets you? Or are you going to do the one night stand? Okay, like that's the type of information that Venus will give you. Now, Mars is about your energy, your aggression. Are you passive aggressive? Are you assertive? Or are you just aggressive? Are you a bitch? Are you a tyrant? And then what type of sex are you into? Are you kinky? Are you traditional? Or are you just like, I don't do those type of things. I don't give head. Like, I don't do that. That's nasty. Like, that is what Mars shows you. So, okay. So her Venus is in Aries. So she will be attractive to a Mars in Aries and Libra, okay? And so her Mars is in Sagittarius, so she will be attracted to someone with Venus in Sagittarius or Gemini, okay? Like, that's what will turn her on. And so now Nick, by nature, she has Venus. Okay, that's the same thing. She got you and her got the same energy, Venus in Aries and Mars in Leo. So we'll do one more that's different. So I am Gwendolyn. She has Mars in Gemini and Venus in Aquarius. So she will be attracted to Venus in Gemini or Sagittarius, and she will be attractive to a Mars in Aquarius or Leo. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's the same thing as the sun and moon. So that's what you want to know. It's just the opposites. Okay, so that's what you'd be attracted to. That's your sexuality and what turns you on. And especially with those that have air signs in their Mars, what will really turn you on is mental, like talking to you sexually, like engaging in conversation. Like, that's what turns you on. is that communication. And then those that have Mars in Earth, you're very sensual. Now y'all the freaks, because y'all are about the senses. So if anybody want to turn you on, they want to tantalize your five senses. So, have like strawberries and music, maybe have some porn playing, have some feathers, massaging. Like, you are all about the senses. And then you like to be with someone based on what they look like, because the look is what turns you on. And so with the air signs, it's not necessarily about that. They would rather talk about sex than actually have the sex. Like, the talking of it turns them on more than the actual doing. Because air signs are more detached, with feeling. They're more like in their minds, so to speak. And so then fire is about the action. It's about doing. Okay? So women that got like Venus and Mars and fire, you could be a little promiscuous. I mean, as far as what society plays, because you're about just the action and the doing of it and the energy, and you just love that masculine energy coming through you, and just being able to move your body and have that experience and stuff that turns you on. And so you want to know that about yourself, and don't beat yourself up that you just have that masculine energy of putting your sexuality out there. But unfortunately society wants to like make you feel bad about that. And now that I think about it, my Venus is in Aquarius and my Mars is in Libra. So anybody that wants to turn me on or I'm attracted to, it has to be an intellectual. It has to be someone that communicates and want to talk to me, and want to get inside my mind and stuff. And Rambo, his Venus is in Leo, and then his Mars is in Taurus. You see what I'm saying? You see how him and I are completely different. Like, our needs and desires are obviously different. We have two different elements. I have air, and he has fire and earth. So he's more slow and passionate, and I'm more like in my head. And so the more that we know that, instead of it being against us, we just focus on trying to give the other one what they need, but then also being authentic to what we need as well. And it is a challenge, because we want different things, but we take our time then and be patient, then we just go with the flow of it instead of trying to resist it. Okay? And so let me see what y'all saying. Oh, I'm thankful, Kimmy. If you have any questions, Kimmy, you can ask them here. Okay, so if y'all have any questions, I see a lot of you talking about this is what you need. You said lots of issues and setbacks. Let's go deep. Because right now I'm just giving y'all like just what you should be looking for in your chart. But if y'all have any questions, if y'all want to have dialogue, talk about it, let's talk. Oh, I'm thankful, Kirby Impact. She said, I'm going to have to hit you up ASAP. Yes, please do. Hello, Natural Queen. Okay, so she said, I'm Gwendolyn said, my husband and I are not compatible after 20 years of marriage. I'm leaving because I feel not loved, because there is no emotional connection at all. Okay, Gwendolyn. See, this is the perfect person that always comes to me. Because I always say that if there's no physical or emotional abuse or infidelity, it is fixable. Now, I'm not saying that it's not fixable. Some abuse or infidelity, I just think that you got to go deeper. If there's some type of abuse or infidelity, you got to go deeper. Okay? Because there's other things that's going on in the relationship. But if that's not what you're dealing with, then it's very easy to fix the relationship. Okay? Because the relationship starts with self. Now, when you're dealing with someone that's abusive and cheating, then that's different. That is, you're going to need some professional help, because obviously something went on in their life where they felt like they need to put their hands on you, or just other things, And so I don't want to belittle anybody's experience, but what I will say is that everything is fixable. You can fix anything. It's just some relationships require more energy. Now with Gwendolyn, and we appreciate you being authentic. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure my phone is. We appreciate you being authentic and expressing yourself, because a lot of people are in your position and they feel like the only remedy is to leave. But I always say, wherever you go, you taking yourself with you. Them issues are not staying in them relationship. Them issues are going with you. So the one thing you said is that y'all are not compatible. That is excellent that you are aware that y'all are not compatible. Okay? And that it doesn't mean just because you're not compatible that the relationship doesn't work. It just means that don't try to make this relationship be something that it's not. It's not a compatible relationship. So you need to respect and adhere to an incompatible relationship. You have to know this is how our energies are going to move because we're incompatible. But in a compatible relationship, it flows because it's compatible. But with an incompatible relationship, it doesn't flow. But sometimes a little resistance in life is good. We need resistance. We need growth. Because an incompatible relationship requires you to grow and will challenge you. A compatible relationship is very easy and flowing. But it doesn't mean there's not any growth to that. It just means that it just flows because it's compatible. So you just have to just know that about yourself and know that anything is doable. And then she said that I'm leaving because I feel not loved because there's no emotional connection at all. Well, I would like to know what your husband's sun moon sign is, because that will also help as well. You understand? But what it means is, and I had to look at your chart, because I could just look at it and just tell you what is happening. There's a disconnection with self. There's a disconnection with your own emotions. And so instead of you tending to your own emotional needs, you have given that power away to someone else. So if he doesn't fulfill your emotional needs, you feel disconnected. You feel not loved. But you should never ever give anyone that type of power in your life, because that is not what they're here to do. They're not here to show you love or support you in your emotions. That's what you are here to do. And anybody that comes into your life, you share that with them. And if they don't want it, then okay, I'm not going to give it to you. But over here, I'm loved. I'm feeling good. I'm happy with myself. And you don't got nothing to do with that. Okay, but then some people come into your life and they do enhance that, but it's an enhancement. They're not the creator of your love. They're not the creator of your happiness. They're just there to enhance it by showing you that you're not loving yourself enough, or showing you that, hey, I want to love you just as much as you loving yourself because it looks fun. And so that's what you have to pay attention to. Okay. Oh, I'm thankful, Boss Lady Trini. Oh, okay. She said Venus and Mars. Oh, yeah. So that's passionate. And with that Venus and Leo and Mars, Leo, you got to think about Leo. Leo rules the sun, or the sun rules Leo. So Leo loves to shine. Leo loves to be the center of attention. But Leo is very warm because what? The sun is warm. The sun is source. The sun gives light. The sun gives energy. So that's what Leo is doing at all times, is pouring itself into you to get that love back. So whatever Leo does, it wants to see that. And if Leo doesn't get that, what happens when the sun doesn't feel recognized? What happens? The clouds moving away and the sun is like, I'm not shining for you. Like, you don't appreciate me. Well, I ain't saying that the sun do that, but that's kind of how it is when the clouds are in the way. There's no light. There's no sun. There's no shine. There's nothing but shadows. It's cold. And so that's what Leo does. When Leo doesn't get the love and appreciation, it turns cold. Okay? But then Leo has a lot of energy. Leo is a fixed sign. So whatever it believes, that's what it believes. Whatever it want to do, that's what it's going to do. And you can't budge it. Okay, but then if you know how to finagle Leo, Leo will be putty in your hand. Like Leo comes off as a lion, but Leo is really just a little kitten wanting to play and wanting to get love. And so the more you know that, the more what you can manipulate the energy. That's what it means to manipulate. It doesn't mean manipulate to make people feel bad. Manipulate is just mean, what is this energy and what does this energy require? So let me give that energy to that energy. Don't let me try to give that Leo that Capricorn energy, because that's not the same energy. It's two different energies. Okay? So you want to know that. I'm thankful, Miss Thompson. Mariah said, I heard if you have Venus in Aries, it will make you a person who dates many people like a player. No, actually, Venus in Aries is very particular. Venus in Aries is not going to just date anyone, because Venus in Aries is very self-centered. So and Venus in Aries is attractive. So people are attracted. A lot of people are attracted to Venus in Aries. But Venus in Aries is like, no, you got to be at my level. You have to appeal to what I'm into. Venus in Aries don't play that. Venus in Aries is like, nah, you got to be as perfect as I think that I am, But people are attracted to Venus in Aries because Aries, no, that's the first house. Venus in the first house is more like of how it looks, because the first house, remember, the first house is how you look. So if your Venus is in the first house, then you look very pleasing and pleasurable and attractive. Now, still Venus in Aries don't play. Like they're not necessarily promiscuous. Now, I feel like if your Mars is in Aries, oh yeah, you're promiscuous, because you're like action and aggression and conquering, and you know what I mean. But Venus in Aries is like, it's all about just the beauty and what it does and how they do it. But they're just not going to just give themselves to anyone. Okay. Oh, Boss Lady Trini says, how do you remember all this, goddess? Because it's in my DNA. Okay. Once you find your purpose, your DNA will get activated, and your DNA will help you remember everything. Your DNA is the Akashic records. Everything that you need to know within the universe is all in DNA, because DNA is God. It's the mind of God. Okay? Now, I don't care who said it, but it's the truth. Okay? So that's the reason why I know this. This stuff is just like rolling off my tongue, because I'm activated. I'm in my purpose. So whatever your purpose is, I'm telling you, once you find your purpose and meditate and tune your frequency to that, everything you need to know is going to come to you. You don't have to worry about anything, because your DNA is going to guide you. That's what DNA does. It tells everything in the body. It tells the cell what to do. You see? So I don't have to worry about, oh, I got to go to school. Oh, I got to do that. No. Just get activated and trust that voice, your intuition. Stay connected to the universe. Everything you need to know will come to you. Everything you need will be added to you. It's just that simple. Okay. Oh, somebody want to talk to me? Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, she's unable to join. Kimmy 962, you're unable to join. Okay. Okay. Oh, your Mars is all Earth, Alicia. Okay. So you're very sensual. You're very sensual. Okay. You love the senses. You take sex seriously. Okay. Even though I said that, Mars and Earth signs, they can be promiscuous, you still take it seriously. You are devoted. When you find what you like, you're devoted to it, and you take it seriously. But I'm telling you, when you get it in, you get it in. You'll do anything. Okay. Hope ain't no men watching. Okay. Oh, your Venus is the same. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so much more to it, Gwendolyn. I would love to see y'all's charts. If you wanted to book a reading, I would love to help you in that. Thank you, R. Hurley 4200. Nick, oh, that's a great question, Nick by Nature. She said, does the house change the effect, or she said, do the houses change the effect of the attraction? No, it just shows you like where your relationship is going to play out in. Okay, that's what it means, or how your energy is affected in that relationship. But it has something to do with the attraction. So, for example, Mars in the seventh house. We're gonna use the seventh house. That means that you are going to attract people that are aggressive, and you're going to attract people that have a lot of energy and are competitive, and it's going to get on your nerves. But you don't realize is that you're the aggressor. You're the one that has all the energy. Okay, you're the one that can kind of be mean and not compromising in a relationship. So when anytime you have planets in the seventh house, and I said this before, those people are going to reflect who you are, but in your mind, you don't think that you are that person. But that person coming to you is showing like this is who you are. So for example, your sun is in the seventh house, you shine when you're in a relationship. You need a relationship. The relationship is a source of who you are, and without it, you cannot deal. But then it's like you attract people that are self-centered, because the sun is self-centered. And so you don't realize that you're self-centered. Like you think you're very caring and loving and giving, but you're doing all of that to receive attention. That you need that attention from someone. So you see what I'm saying? So it just depends on the house. Okay. Hey, Juju, naturally. Okay. Book a reading. I be getting all these people in the lot talking about, I need a reading. I'm going to give me a reading. And none of y'all ever, well, a lot of y'all do hit me up. I'm not going to say that. A lot of y'all do hit me up. But yeah, hit me up in my DM. We can schedule a reading. Because what I'm going to be focusing on is relationships. Like one day I'm going to get me and Rambo to go live, and we're going to talk about our relationship. We're going to be open. We're going to keep it real. Let you know what's going on in our relationship, what we think about relationships. Rambo has a lot of great information when it comes to relationships. Like Rambo's a pretty cool person. Like when it comes, like I say a man when it comes to relationships. He's very solid in his idea of what relationships are and what they should be. And he's taught me a lot too, as far as relationships are concerned. Like I feel like if I would have left, I wouldn't have been able to be of service to you guys. Like if I would have left, I wouldn't really know. I wouldn't really have experience. But because I chose to stay and work on my relationship and work on myself, it has opened up a portal within me, a portal through humanity to really help you guys, because I'm experiencing what a lot of you are experiencing, especially in regards to relationships, especially in regards to being a mother, and or especially someone that is living a purpose and trying to just grow and just be better every day. Like it's something I'm dealing with. And I feel like that if I would have left, I don't think I would have been able to really be of service to anyone. Well, not to y'all anyways. Oh, okay. She said, for instance, fire placement with water house. See, that has nothing to do with the other. A lot of people, this is what happens. People want to associate the house with the sign. No, 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 no. A lot of people, and this is what I've learned. The houses and the signs are two different things. But it's easy to get caught up in that because they sound similar. For example, Aries, people want to say Aries is the same as the first house. Not necessarily. Because when you connect that, you're taking away the integrity of that house because you're linking it to the sign. So just because it's a fire placement, like for example, I'll give you example for me. Mercury and Sagittarius in the fourth house. That's my Mercury. Okay, the sign is how I express Mercury. The house is just where Mercury lives. Now, my Mercury does not want to express itself as Sagittarius, and my Mercury does not want to live in the fourth house, because Mercury is about details. Mercury is about information. Mercury is a computer. It's inputting. And Sagittarius, the way it's want to express itself, it doesn't want to focus on the tree. It wants to focus on the whole forest. Okay? And it doesn't care about the details. But Mercury cares about the details. Okay? And then the fourth house is about family, tradition, attachments, and Mercury don't want to live there. Mercury like, I don't care about that. Like I'm all about information and innovation and I'm a computer. I don't got time for them feelings, and so you just have to know that. So with my Mercury, I just have to just pay attention to that. But it doesn't, but the houses and the signs have nothing to do with one another. That's one thing that I've learned that's really been helping my practice, that don't connect, because my Mercury's in the fourth house, but it does not necessarily mean that that's Cancer energy, because Cancer is nurturing, it's mothering, it's comforts. So I can see how someone can get the fourth house confused, because the fourth house is family, tradition, home. So when you think of that, you think of the mother, but it is two different things. Okay. Okay, I'm thankful Nick by nature. And if y'all just have questions, you can hit me up in my inbox. Okay. Oh, Kimmy said the up and down in my relationship. Well, what's going up and what's going down in your relationships, Kimmy? Okay. I'm Gwendolyn said, I've went deeper, but he feels there is no problem, no abuse beside emotional neglect. Okay. Yeah. And as long as he doesn't see it, he's not going to see it, because you and him, I would like to know y'all's Mercuries, because your Mercury is your perception. So you might be seeing the relationship in a way that he doesn't see it. And it doesn't mean that he's wrong. It means that he can only see it in the way that he can see it. So your Mercury might be in Gemini, and so you might be able to compute and see everything in this way and that way, because Mercury loves to be in Gemini, but his Mercury might be in Pisces. And he might be like, I don't feel nothing that's wrong. I don't really understand if anything is wrong. Because Pisces is about the subconscious mind. Pisces is intuitive. So if he doesn't intuitively feel anything, it's not there for him. But for you, you can see everything. If your Mercury's in Gemini, because you can see this and that and that, so it's just two different energies. So I would like to see that. You said, when is enough? She said, Kimmy said, when is enough is enough. It's when you decide to choose peace instead of turbulence within your own being. Until you decide to stop focusing on what's not working and only look to the things that are working. Until you decide to take responsibility for your life and stop giving that responsibility to others to live your life. That is when enough is enough. I'm thankful I'm Gwendolyn. Okay, I'm Gwendolyn said, but it's difficult to explain this because I've grown and he hasn't. How do you know he hasn't grown? You can't say if he's grown. He may not be going in the same direction as you. And that might just be, y'all might be going on two different directions. Y'all might be on two different paths. Okay? Trying to hold on, instead of just allowing things to unfold. Hey, I am mortal. FYI, Gagashun Amun Ra. You and that name. Yo, we should have a conversation. I'm Gwendolyn. Or if you want to book a session, whichever. Oh, yeah, Empress. You can screen record. People normally don't ask. They just do. Oh, Gaitane, I think that's how you say your name. If you want to get a reading, just hit me up in my DM. Send me a message and we can book you a reading. Okay. Oh, Fresh Live said, what would you say? Ooh, you are intense. Okay. Mars and Scorpio, you are into some shits. You like to control, you like to have power. Now with you, you're very patient. Okay. You'll wait. Because that is the power within self is waiting. Because most people can't wait. Most people are impatient. But with a Mars and Scorpio, when you have your mindset, you are focused and you will sit there and wait. And that's how you gain your opponent and wear them down with your endurance. Okay? With your stamina of being patient. Now you can be a little intense, and you have to realize a lot of people aren't as intense as you. And also, people are not your enemy. Not everybody is out to get you. And you also play mind games too, because the Scorpion energy wants to know who they dealing with. So Scorpions and anybody that got Scorpion energy, you like to play mind fuckery. And it's not that you're judging people. It's just that people got their ish. People got their demons. And you just want to know what it is that they got so you know how to deal with it. That's what Scorpions do. And it gets on my nerves. Like, stop playing mind games. Because at the end of the day, one of your superpowers that you seem to forget is you're highly intuitive. So if you feel this person isn't right, probably not. And you don't have to play the mind games and the controlling games to figure it out. You already know. Now, the thing with Mars and Scorpio, when it comes to sex, you're very fortunate if you get on Mars and Scorpio because they'll do anything. See, a Mars and Scorpio is all about pleasure and pleasing. Scorpions in general is all about pleasing. And that's the reason why they get labeled as like the freaks of the zodiac. But you're not a freak. It's just that you want to control. You want to immerse yourself with another soul. And the one way you can do that is through sex. And the Scorpion just knows that. Now, you are ruled by your sacral chakra. Like, your sacral chakra is what you're ruled by. And so maybe that's the reason why people get caught up in that. But that's not necessarily something you should focus on with a Scorpio. But I will say, Mars and Scorpio, you could be into bondage. You could be into the taboo stuff. You'll do anything. You'll try anything, because you just want to learn. You love that part of the human nature is of sexuality. Okay? Oh, Kimmy said, "Are you going to be available after this live?" I don't available for what? What do you need? Because anybody want to talk to me, we gotta schedule something. Like, because I can feel a lot of y'all gonna be hitting me up. But if y'all want an appointment, we got it. Let's do it right. Okay, I'm Gwendolyn. I love that you're talking to me. I'm Gwendolyn. I love that you're open and you're being authentic and vulnerable with everyone in here, because you're not the only one that's going through this, but you're the only one that's really expressing yourself that, your life is not okay. You're not okay. You're not okay with your relationship, and you're not going to fake it. This is how I feel, and this is what I want, and I want something different, okay? And I appreciate that. Okay, it says, that's what my DNA told me. My marriage was not what I wanted. It was what I needed to give me the experiences for my mission to help others learn to love self. Exactly. Exactly. And what would happen if you conquered your relationship and you found that source of love again? It's so easy to walk away. It is so easy to walk away from a situation. But it takes courage. It takes love to stay and truly make it work, because you realize that love is within yourself. It's not within that person. And especially if you have kids, what you gonna do? You think you're gonna leave and you ain't ever gonna see that person again? No, you're gonna see that person the next day because y'all have children. And that's the thing that I'm focusing on is when you have children, how do you make this work? Like, how do you make a relationship work with children that you feel that it's not workable, that you feel like it's not fixable? Me and this person is not compatible, but we have this child. What do we do? Like, how do we make this work? Okay. Well, if the situation's not working, instead of us focusing on this broken relationship with each other, which we have no control of. I have no control whether or not you want to work on yourself or if you want to love me, but I do have control over the broken pieces within myself and healing myself and loving myself and showing you what that looks like. And you can either follow suit or you can decide to leave. Because the thing I want y'all to understand, it's not about leaving. But there's three things in this universe: frequencies, vibration, and energy. And as long as you know that, just focus on that. Because as long as you're worrying about the relationship being broken, as long as you're worrying about leaving the relationship, that person ain't going nowhere. Because you and that person are on the same frequency. Y'all are vibrating on the same thoughts. So y'all are going to stay together. But the universe says that as long as you are on a high frequency and a low frequency, y'all cannot exist. Because energy reflects energy. And as soon as y'all don't reflect the same energy, y'all are going to bounce out of each other's life. And that's what you want to happen. You don't want to walk away carrying that dead energy, because you're just going to carry that baggage into the next relationship. How about you clean up your baggage in this relationship and then see what happens? And the worst thing that could happen is that y'all actually stay together and be happy. But then another thing that could happen is that that person will vibrate, because that is law. That is the universe saying that y'all can't coincide because y'all are not on the same frequency. You see? So that's what you should be focusing on, is raising your frequency. And then if this person is really supposed to be in your life, then they will raise their frequency with you. But if not, they're going to leave because they can't deal with your happiness. They'll be like, I can't deal with you, so I'm leaving. And that's what you want. You don't want to. Now, like I said, this does not mean an abusive relationship or infidelity. That's a different situation that requires a community. See, this is what's being lost within our culture. And since I'm black, yes, I'm black. Since I'm a black woman, especially within the black community, we have no community. We have no mothers. We have no grandmothers. We have no aunties. We have no fathers. We have no uncles. We have no OGs telling us what you're doing is not right. Sit down. Be responsible. We don't have those communities of our OGs helping us deal with relationships, helping us deal with life. We don't have it. So we're out here on the internet looking for something and getting nothing. And that's what we need. Because being in a relationship is hard. But if we had our mothers and our grandmothers that went through and be like, baby, this is how you're supposed to be a woman. And I'm getting emotional about this because it's serious. This is serious. I'm getting emotional for humanity, because I know so many of y'all are hurting. I know so many of y'all just want to be loved, and you don't know how. You don't even know what your own love language is, but then yet you're trying to get someone to give it to you, but you don't even know what that is. You understand? And I get that. And what we've lost in our black communities is our black community. It's our communities. We don't have our grandmothers now, they at the club twerking. Our moms now, they're at jobs trying to build a business and trying to be an entrepreneur and trying to be self-made, and forgot about their daughters and forgot about their sons. And so now we're here broken, trying to pick up the pieces and trying to figure out, how did I get broken in the first place? That's what's going on. And that's why this is serious. And that's why I do my readings. Because I want to show you here. These are your broken pieces. You can be put back together. It's going to require some work, but it can be done. But at least I'm giving you the direction of, okay, this is what needs to be fixed. These are your challenges. You understand? And just like with our men, they don't have their fathers. They don't have their uncles They don't have their grandfathers. Because by having them in jail, you know, and most of them chasing the dollar, you know, and we don't got nothing. We don't have nothing, and we don't have nothing to give. You know, and that's just the truth. You know, but we can build together. We can create a community together. Well, first we have to accept responsibility that we don't have it. We don't know what to do, and then that's the relief that it's okay. But now what? So now we're working on ourselves. We're working on ourselves, and that's the only thing you have control in right now is working on yourself and knowing yourself and loving yourself and taking responsibility for yourself. Okay? Because even though our mamas and daddies is out there acting a damn fool, at the end of the day, we still got to take responsibility, you know, for ourselves at the end of the day. Like, they only did what they knew what to do. They didn't have no guidance either. And their mothers and fathers didn't have no guidance either. So we're all just a misguided community, guiding one another through the misguidance, okay? And we just have to just accept that. That's just who we are. But we will survive. We will overcome. Okay, back to y'all. I had to put that out there because I can feel all of you. You know, my energy is very intuitive, and I can feel the pain. I can feel the misunderstandings. I can feel it all. You know, I know that's why people come to me, because they know that I understand with no judgment. I don't judge any of y'all, and a lot of y'all come to me with y'all ish, but I don't judge, because that's you. That's what makes you who you are. You know, and you just need more people in your life that accept that, and that's what my love and relationship readings are about. This is who you are. Be that. Gwendolyn, figure out who you are. I am Gwendolyn. I'm singling you out because you've been speaking to me. Figure out who you are and be that. Don't worry about whether or not your husband is not giving you the emotional bond and connection. Figure out who you are. Stop trying to be something that you're not. Study yourself and express that. Express it. You've lost your fire. You've lost your connection to self. It's not his responsibility. Especially if he say he don't see it and he don't feel it, when most definitely y'all don't have no conversation because he can't understand. So at the end of the day, you gotta take care of yourself and love yourself. But you gotta understand what does that mean for you. And y'all need to start watching TV and watching these movies and reading these old nasty books that they got out there. That's that one person, Zane. I used to read them books, Zane. One of them nastiest books. And stop thinking that everybody got to be your soulmate or your twin flame. Okay? That's not reality for everyone. Trust me, I had a lot of soulmates. And I had a lot of twin flames. I had a lot of passion. I had a lot of fun times. But that's just moments. That doesn't really make a relationship. It makes an experience. It doesn't make a relationship. It's growth. It's endurance. It's being able to get through adversity and challenges and still have a smile on your face and still look good and get your hair cut, get your earring. You know, it's about that. Keep going, keep pushing. That's what your relationships are here to show you. But don't be like, oh, I need to have my soulmate and we need to be in love and it needs to be this and that. Nah. Now for some people, yeah. For some people, that is what they're here to have. But don't compare yourself to another. And sometimes I do that too. I look at other people's relationships and I'm like, oh, I wish my relationship was like that. I wish that we were like that and we did that. But then it's like I'm not focused on my life and my purpose and my relationship. What if my relationship has something to where you be like, man, I wish I was like that. Because I'm too busy looking at what you're doing. I ain't working on myself and my relationship. Okay? So let's be real with ourselves. But then to be real with yourself, you got to know yourself. So that's why you got to study your chart. Because you got to know what it is that you need. You got to know who you are. Okay? You gotta know how your energy is, and then you have to express that. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard because we are not programmed to be ourselves. We're not programmed to do that. We're programmed to be something else. But I invite you to be yourself. You are enough. Enough. You are enough. You are enough. I'm telling you, you are enough. And then some. But you have to believe that first. You have to, and everything I'm saying to y'all is everything that I say to myself daily. I say this to myself. I don't ask Rambo for his approval. I don't ask Rambo to love me. I don't ask him that. If I wait, I will be waiting forever. Because he got his own stuff he's dealing with. But the more that I focus on myself and loving myself and feeling good and not worried about him, here he coming like, you looking good today. Because he's excited for my light. He likes that. He's attracted to my light. And if your man and if your woman ain't fucking with you, and I'm being straight up, it's because your light has been turned off. You dark. And they don't want that. They be like, but when you turn your light on, they be like, ooh, you sparkling and shining. And like, let me come over here and like get some of that. And that's just the way it is. That's just how it is. Because when you first met that person, they was all about you, and because your light was shining, you was like, I'm single, ready to mingle. Yeah, I'm getting some. Da, 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 da. And now when y'all get in a relationship, y'all get comfortable, and then you be like, I ain't gonna wash my ass today, and I ain't gonna get my hair done today, and I ain't gonna cook him his favorite meal today. Like, you cook, I'm tired. I ain't gonna cook. You start trying, and then you wonder why they stop trying. Like, relationships take work, and it takes communication. It's a lot. Okay? But when you out there dating, all you want to do is get in a relationship. All you want to do is like, man, I wish I had somebody to love. And then when you get the person, you be like, I wish. Okay. So, she said, what about Venus and Mars in Virgo? Lord have mercy. Anybody got Venus and Mars in Virgo? I feel sorry for you. It's like, I know I'm playing. But no, Venus does not want to be in Virgo. Okay. Now, I will say this, that in all things there are good, in all things there are bad. The thing that Venus can receive from Virgo is the love of service, the love of punctuality, the love of healing. So you're going to attract people that need to be fixed. Okay? With this Venus and Mars, you're going to attract broken people. Because Virgo is about fixing the imperfections of the world. Okay? Virgo is the perfectionist. So anybody that comes into the Virgo's realm, they can always look at what's wrong with you. Now, the thing with Venus and Virgo, you will find yourself single because you are very nitpicky. So you're like, you will find something wrong in a relationship, even if there's nothing wrong in the relationship. You will find something wrong in a relationship so that you won't give yourself to someone. You're like, oh, I can't be with him because his front tooth was crooked to the side, or I can't be with her because her breast stank, or I can't be with them because, of something. Like, this is always something with a Venus and Virgo. And so Venus doesn't like that. Venus is about love and like just like to immerse itself in another person. And that's the reason why Venus is exalted in Pisces. Because Pisces is the opposite of Virgo. So Pisces is the sacrificial lamb. Pisces just loves to just give itself. But then they also have to be mindful that people will take advantage of your sacrificial ass. Okay? But with Venus and Virgo, you just so analytical and critical on yourself and others, and you love that. You love to be like that. And you do have a pure heart, but you You just got to be careful with Venus and Virgo. Now, Mars and Virgo makes you a very studious worker. Like, you have great energy, great stamina. You like things to be a certain way. You are the nagger. Okay, you do like to nag people with that Virgo energy. Virgos think they're helping, but you're not. You're a nagger. You're always trying because you're just trying to help. And you're that person to be like, see, I told you so. Don't be that person. Yes, you know a lot. Yes, you're very knowledgeable. Yes, you're very smart, but you have to let people just figure it out themselves, and you just be there for support, because Virgos are very supportive. Now, the thing with a Mars and Virgo, you are a pleaser. So you know what your man and woman need in bed. You know how to please them. Once you figure it out, oh, you're going to be a very great lover once you get there. But then sometimes you can be shy and you can kind of get into your head and be very self-cautious about your sexuality and about your appearance. You know, if you don't think that you're very attractive, because you're always looking at what's wrong with yourself instead of appreciating how beautiful you are, because Virgo holds beautiful energy as well. But because you are always focusing on what needs to be fixed, you can't appreciate that. And so that's why sometimes it kind of makes you a little rigid in bed, because you're thinking about sex instead of like being in the sex. But then once you get comfortable, you are very pleasing. Like, you, because we want to serve. You want to be of service. And then having sex with you is very healing. You are a healer. Okay? So when you have sex, put some crystals in the bed, put some incense and some candles, and, you know, say some affirmations, pray, do whatever. Do whatever you need to do to tap into divinity, and watch how your sexuality and your sex life will improve. Okay? I know that was a lot, but still. Yeah, I think I answered. How do I get a reading? Hit me up in my inbox and we can book a reading, okay? And as long as you have PayPal and CashApp to pay for the reading, that's in the bio. Okay. I'm Gwendolyn. Your Mercury is in Pisces. This just got interesting, huh? This just got interesting. Your Mercury is in Pisces, girl. Oh, so okay. I'm giving Gwendolyn energy today because she has given me her energy and expressing herself, and I can use her as a student. Yo, this is what, okay, so this is what my astrology classes would look like. Us talking and vibing and sharing and things like that. And so with Mercury and Pisces, girl, that Mercury does not want to be in Pisces. It just doesn't. Now, it doesn't mean that Mercury cannot flourish in Pisces. It just means that we don't want to rely on what you think. Okay? It's about how you feel. And that's the reason why that's why you like, there's no emotional connection, because Mercury in Pisces is it's a water sign. So when it comes to your intellect and how you communicate, it's very fluid. It's a very fluid energy. So you're about how you feel. And sometimes you don't even know how you feel. But with you must take some time to yourself. You must make sure that you are giving yourself alone time, because if not, you can get caught up in everybody else's emotions, because Pisces energy can pull information into them so that they can collect a thesis, so they can collect what reality is for them through other people. So you have to be careful with who you are around, because you will become that person. Unfortunately, that's just how it is for Pisces. You will become the people that you're around, because Pisces doesn't really have a grounded stance on reality, because Pisces is about the subconscious, it's about the universe. So in order for Pisces to be grounded, it has to pull that from this person and that person, and then they become that person. So, with that being said, sometimes you gotta get away so you can really know who you are, because you are an individual. God did come through you to express through you. So there's still that source within you that still needs to be heard. And so with Mercury and Pisces, what you need to be focused on right now is music, listening to music. You need to be singing. You need to be getting to some type of artistic endeavor, because that's how you express yourself. You do not express yourself with words. Now, only way you express yourself with words if it's poetic, or if it's like lyrics or something. But as far as like intellect, like I think, no, we don't want to know what you think. How do you feel? Like you should always like, I feel, or I sense. Like that's how you should always be starting your conversations. But it doesn't mean that you're not intelligent, because Maya Angelou, I found this out, she had a Mercury in Pisces. And Maya Angelou was very intelligent. She was most definitely known for her intelligence. But what did Maya Angelou do? Maya Angelou wrote books. She wrote poems, world famous poems. Like she really connected herself to the fluidity of our language. And that's what you have to do at all times. But then when it comes to your relationship, that's totally different. But I would have to know his Mercury to see how y'all are colliding. Like it's so many components with you and your husband. But only thing I can do right now is focus on you, because you don't want to come to me. We ain't gonna blame your husband, because we don't know what's going on with him. But what I will say with that Mercury and Pisces, it does make you very, very sensitive. You are very sensitive. You're very fragile. Okay? And you just have to know that about yourself. And then sometimes the situation, is that a pig? We got wild pigs and stuff. The situation ain't necessarily how you think it is, because you are allowing your emotions to lead you, and you do not want your emotions to lead you. Now, your emotions could be indicators, but what is your emotions indicators to? How you're thinking. You see? So however you're feeling, it's because you're probably thinking that way. And with you being Mercury and Pisces, you're probably always thinking about your emotions and feeling them, and making them and manifesting them into the real world. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to always manifest everything that you feel, because emotions are just emoting. It's just like waves in the ocean. It's just waves that's coming and going, but it don't mean everything. Don't make them mean everything. It's just how you feel. It's just thoughts. It's just, even right now I'm talking to y'all, thoughts are going on in your head, and they're just going on in your head, but they don't mean anything. It's just thoughts. Okay?